This is Joy Ani. Welcome back to Scrapping in My Own Private Idaho. We are continuing on with Christy's Beautiful Life, and today we are on day 10, and we're going to be doing this sketch. So this sketch is by Frances West, and at first it looks like she has little squares, but if you actually look at them, they're triangles. And what I wanted, so I kind of look at what what I believe is the feature part of the layout, and I think it's this cool strip right along here. And it did look like quilting, and I have a quilting picture that I wanted to document, so I am going to go ahead and use that. I'm staying pretty close to the layout, and I am only going to do one, I'm just doing one page today, so it's a one-page layout. So what I did was I wanted to kind of keep the quilting theme because I think this works great for it. So I made my 3 triangles, and I'll show you how I did that. So when I am working on shapes, I don't trust myself because I'm not the most talented person in that area. So I created templates for myself, and actually this one was from another layout that I had in my stash that I hadn't quite finished. This triangle that's the perfect size, and then I had an extra laying around, and so I made those 2 templates. But when I created it, I wanted the design to look a specific way. So what I did was, this is close to my heart paper. It was called Stitched Together, and that's the front and the back. And so I wanted the triangle, see, so I had to fussy cut a little bit. I used my big piece first, so I put my biggest template, and I wanted it to be like that because I wanted the design to go along. And if I had lots of time, this is really cool paper. You could stitch along there. If you were into stitching, they had a stitch line right there. This was the bulk side of the paper, so I do have more of this paper pack if you are local to me and you have quilting pictures that you want to document. Go ahead and let me know, and I'll fix you up. So this is the base of the page, and eventually I do want to go ahead and make the little squares. So if you are following along Christy's Beautiful Life, and you are you can look at what other people have done. So pop over to Christy's Beautiful Life, look at day 10, and then listed there'll be people on the YouTube. And that's how I learned how to do this, was because it would have taken me way longer. And that is the beauty of being behind. So I'm going to go ahead and so this is the bulk. The bulk has this on one side and this on the other, and so I am using that paper up, and I am going to use the pictures that I have for when my friend made me a quilt. I'll show it to you in just a minute. So, and I'm putting these in between. So if you, let's look and see if you're trying to cut this out. Here's my cheat sheet from the previous week. If you're trying to cut this out, you could, let's see, it is a square. How big of a square would that be? I think it is, looks like it's, I don't know, maybe 11 by 11 square, and then cut diagonally. I know it's not cut by 12 by 12 because then it would be even larger. Because when you cut diagonal, it makes it longer. So I'm just placing that end at 1/2 and 1/2, and then this is going to go at 11. I kind of want that to be, I'm going to have that 1 inch in, so it goes from 11, and then I will make sure those are straight, and it makes a really cute design of, it looks almost like a cross, and you could have a different design, of course, if you put another triangle in. So, and I got all this from one paper, so this was one paper. This is the, if you're using your regular paper, that's what's on the back side of your regular paper. I goofed. I try to always use my bulk, because I have more of the bulk. Okay, so that is my design, and I'm going to take my two pictures, and my two pictures are, this is me, and this is a beautiful quilt that my friend gave me. And yesterday I was talking about how since we have so many craft supplies, that we should have an assigned friend so that if something happens to us, they take care of all of my craft supplies. So this is my designated crafting buddy. So, and I'm thinking, I almost wish I would have put a red backing on this, and I think I'm going to. So, excuse me while I change my mind. So these pictures, I printed these out on my Epson. My Epson 3850, and so when they print out, they're 5.5 by 4.5, and I've trimmed this one down. Oh, I was very smart. I knew what I was doing. So I'm going to cut a mat that is 4 by 5 3/4, and I'm using, so this is the deal. So now that I'm getting kind of to the end of my close to my heart cardstock, I am using pattern paper, and I'm looking for the red that I was going to. Here's the one side of that. That's another piece of the paper. So funny. Now that I can't find it. I might have to add that later since we don't want to be struggling around. Oh, here it is. It's hard, and I actually. Come on. If I don't find it, I'm going to probably move on. Sorry about that. I hear people coming in, so dogs are probably going to bark, and it's going to get noisy up in here. So I'm going to go ahead. When you come on, you'll see that I've matted this picture, so I'm going to be very loose with it. So this is the beautiful quilt my friend made me, and you can see. So, and I actually, I used a lot of so this came in a paper pack with sticker sheets, and I'll show you the sticker sheet, and it also came in a workshop. So these two items were from the workshop. And I had it left over, so anyway, so she made me this beautiful quilt. It was a surprise, and we were scrapping together, and she gave it to me. So I'm going to overlap this, and I'm going to put it very light, because like I said, I'm going to go back and back my pictures, because I'm kind of thinking it needs it. And then I'm going to pop this up. I don't think I'm going to add red to that, just because it'd be an odd shape, but I am going to pop dot it. So I'm being very light with what I'm doing right now. So anyway, so, and I have, now that I got this this out, I'm thinking, oh, there are some other things. So this was a really fun stamp set that was called, this one went with Craft On, and it has a little hoop. So I'm going to put the hoop. I'm going to make my cluster first. So this is a challenge for me, and I'm going to put it up in the middle like this, and that's my biggest thing, and then I'm going to add the little things. So, and I had to stamp this one. This one said, "In the quilt of life, friends are like the stitches that hold us together." And that is so true. And I want you to be able to see it's a hoop, so I think I'm going to set it over here, and I'm just hanging it. I've got, and these are fussy cut out of the paper. I'm going to put this down here. I thought about putting like little stitching line, and if I had lots of time I would do that, but I am trying to catch up a little bit. And I'm going to put my little bug, and these are going to all be pop dotted. And then this one's kind of wonky doodle, so I'm going to, no, I don't, you know what, I'm going to do it this way. I think it was over this way. And I have a little, it has a teeny tiny little metal one that I cut out of But this would also look cute if you have the, what is that? It's kind of metally paper. That would be really cute on there too. So I like that over on the side. I'm going to put this, and I tend not to glue things down while I'm on because bad things happen. Put my little butterfly. Oop, can't. I'm going to put that one there. So I've got my big things, and then I'm going to have my, where's my little, my heart. I'm going to put my heart right here. Maybe I'll put this between the heart. I don't want to cover up the hoop. I want it to look like a hoop. And then that goes there. And that goes there. We can have this one. That's too much blue. Okay, and I also have stickers that I can use. And I'm going to put some up here to kind of tie it down. I'm going to have that come up like that. I'm going to go there. And we will have, let's see, I'm going to just kind of cut around some of these flowers. Which one shall I use? I don't want it to be super sticky. So, oh, I like that. That's going to go right there. And we'll have some little yellow poking up. And so it's gonna, I'll have to, some of this is going to have to be pop dotted. So we'll have that right there. And this flower will be pop dotted right here. And I need a third one right in there. What color shall we use? We could have the ladybugs. The ladybug's a little bit too big. We could have. I almost want to do. Oh, that's too big. What to do. This is why I don't do clusters on while I'm filming, because it is just so hard for me. I am going to put what to do. We will. See, that one would be cute if it were just, you know what, let's do this blue one. And I like that. Alright, so that is my very quick and easy layout, and I will show you again the stamp sets that I used. They were from Close to My Heart. This one is from Craft On, and then this one was the Stampin' Thin Cuts. It was from Stitch Together. If you don't have either one of these, I know that right now on clearance, Stampin' Up! Has a very cute little hoop that is, I believe just the die is on there. Anyway, I hope you will like and subscribe to my channel, and I am ready for the next day. If this changes, so whatever comes on your screen is what I actually decided to do permanently. So sometimes I switch things off camera. I hope you have a great day, and this took less than 15 minutes. Please like and subscribe, and we shall chat with you tomorrow. Talk to you later. Thanks. Bye.